It's Plush Tonight, showcasing the latest in professional spa treatments from Plush Medical Spa, Westgate Parkway, Dothan. With owner and medical director, Dr. Amanda Bell, board certified in internal medicine. Here's Dr. Bell with your host, Barbara Kennedy.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Plush Tonight. I'm Babs Kennedy, and we're here at Plush Medical Spa, located on Westgate Parkway in Dothan, Alabama. I'm here with Dr. Amanda Bell, and what are we going to be talking about tonight?
Well, tonight we're going to talk about the Clarisonic facial cleansing system. We have integrated it into our facials we do here at the spa, so you'll also see one of our facials tonight. In fact, you're going to be the person getting the facial tonight.
I know, I'm so excited.
And then we'll talk a little bit about waxing and the kind of wax we use here at the spa that's really not wax at all. So some interesting things to talk about tonight. So this is the Clarisonic facial cleansing system. It, as you can see, comes with a handpiece and a charging base, and there are several brush heads that can be used depending on your skin type and needs and the part of the body that you're going to be treating. This brush head is for the body. It's called the body brush head, and obviously it's the one that you can use in the shower and when you bathe. The Clarisonic system was manufactured by the people who originally came up with the Sonicare toothbrush. A lot of people use the Sonicare toothbrushes. I do. We all know it's a better way to cleanse. Same theory and idea behind the Clarisonic face brush system. It actually vibrates rather than abrasively turning like most facial cleansers do. You don't want the brush heads to vibrate or to turn around in a circular motion because that's way too abrasive for the skin.
Okay.
So what the Sonicare brush does, let me turn it on for you, is you can't really see it moving, and to the naked eye it looks like it might just be vibrating a little bit.
I feel it.
And it just feels like vibration. But really, if you were able to slow this down and look at it, or if you had a strobe light to shine on it, you could see that this inner brush portion rotates slightly independently of the outside, and this brush head is actually moving at 300 movements a second.
Wow.
To basically power out all of the dirt and grime and oil between the cells and the pores on your face. They've done a lot of studies to see what kind of results you get with the Clarisonic versus manual cleansing or other cleansers. And what they found was that you remove twice the amount of oil or sebum and wax from your face with using the Clarisonic over manual cleansing. You get 60% more absorption of vitamin C and other products after using the Clarisonic versus manual cleansing.
Okay.
And that's important because if you're getting your face more clean, all of those medications, prescription items you're using like hydroquinone and retin-A and vitamin C will penetrate better.
So this is a kit you take home, and how often do you use it?
You use it every day. You could even use it twice a day. It's gentle enough to use twice a day. It's gentle enough even for patients with rosacea to use because it's non-abrasive. You can use it with any cleanser you like, liquid cleanser that is, and it's better to use a non-grainy or non-abrasive cleanser with it as you don't want to abrade the skin at all. So you can definitely use it twice a day. Most people just use it in the evenings when they do their evening cleanse. But mine stays in the shower with me because this is completely waterproof. You can take it into the bathtub. Obviously you can't take the charging part into the bathtub, but the Clarisonic itself, mine stays in my shower. It will hold a charge for up to 2 weeks, so you can take it on vacation with you and not have to take that charging base with you as well.
That's great.
But mine stays in the shower because I'm always using the body brush, and every time I shower I use my body brush. It's really improved the texture of my skin, and that's what most people notice about the Clarisonic is that their texture is so much smoother. When we first started carrying these, our massage therapist at the time, Dina, was on the Obagi Nuderm system and had already gone through the period of flaking and adjusting to the Nuderm system. And when she started using the Clarisonic, she started having flaking all over again. And we assume that was because she's getting much more penetration from all of the active ingredients in the Obagi products after using the Clarisonic. So all of us here at Plush use these. We have integrated it into our facials. We use these for cleansing the face prior to the facial. And the Clarisonic Pro comes in 3 different colors. We carry the pink and the white and the gray. My husband has the very manly gray version. I kept finding my pink one in his bathroom, so that prompted me to get him his own, and he loves it too.
That's
so
great.
It's a great gift, and we do sell it for less than you could probably find it anywhere else. I know Neiman Marcus had this in their Christmas catalog last year, and as one of their must-have gift items, but they were retailing it for around $225.
Okay.
Ours are $195, and then we do sell replacement brush heads separately. They're good for about 3 to 6 months, depending on how often you're using your Clarisonic. So we absolutely love it.
Babs, okay, so we've got you back here for a Plush Deluxe facial today. We'll also be using Clarisonic. You'll get to experience that, something we're proud to carry here. And before we start, I always make sure I've read my client's charts, and I just need to make sure verbally what your concerns are, and if you have any medications you're on or any allergies I should be aware of.
No.
Okay. Now here at Plush, we make sure to cover all of that just in case. You never know.
Okay.
Well, I see that you have your makeup on, and that's never a problem. So we're going to go ahead and start. And every time that I'm here, I'm always going to let you know, just by touching you on the shoulder.
Okay.
So just don't ever worry about if you have makeup on or if you don't. That's what our job is. That's what we're here for. And the difference between a Plush Deluxe facial and a Plush and a Rush is mostly the time span and a couple of steps. I'm going to start by setting my iPads right on your lashes and then removing your lip makeup. And hopefully you'll feel that steam kick on soon. There we go. And anytime you're getting a facial, just make sure to expect all of these steps. You're never going to be shortchanged. And that your esthetician is, once again, always staying in contact and that you're in a relaxed environment. Where to never ever really leave you. And if at any point you're uncomfortable with pressure or product, you just let me know.
Okay.
And it's not a problem. I take constructive criticism very well. And a lot of clients are hesitant to voice their opinion about anything, but especially about pressure, but that's not a problem at all. All of our products that I'm using on you are mostly Dermalogica and Belladerm. They're great for sensitive skin, nothing harsh. It's a lot different than what, you know, we carry. We love having Obagi, but that'd be a little too strong during facials.
Oh, that feels good.
Good. And we always do 2 cleanses. The first cleanse to kind of get the surface debris and most of your makeup off, and usually it's an oil-based cleanser that helps emulsify everything. And then the second is to go back and get that really deep cleanse we're after. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the Clarisonic. The Clarisonic is a great, great brush, mostly because it actually gets everything off in a minute. And that's what makes it wonderful. What you're going to hear is it vibrating and pulsating at a very high speed. It's from the same makers of the Sonicare toothbrush. When I first heard about it, I thought it was a total gimmick, but it's actually pretty incredible. Can you feel all that?
Yes.
Well,
It feels good.
Yeah. Oh, great. God, did you like it? And as we age, it's really important that we continue to try to strive for that cellular turnover, because everything slows down from our metabolism to our ability to exfoliate, and this provides that for us. It'll actually help reducing fine lines, breaking up congestion, and it's going to stimulate all of that skin. And you can actually use this in the shower. It's waterproof. You can do it by the sink. The charge will last you, I think, up to maybe 32 uses, like a good month. Mine will last an eternity before I have to recharge it. And then it also comes with a body brush head you can use in the shower too. It's great before shaving or exfoliating. Anytime you're using this product, it's great for exfoliating, period. For people who have keratosis pilaris and or KP, it's a really good product to have because there's not a lot you can actually do about that. So for the back of the arms where you get those small papules and pustules, and maybe your legs, then it's great for that too. But you can feel the difference in the clean that you get with the Clarisonic versus just a manual wash or even with a washcloth. So our next step is going to be to exfoliate. I'm using our Belladerm scrub. I love this scrub. It has the same little sapphire crystals that we use in our microderm machine, but it's not too abrasive. It's good for any skin type. I'm warming up in my hand. And apply it the same way I do the cleanse. And at home, you want to exfoliate maybe every 2 to 3 days. I'm going to go old school and I'm going to say St. Ives. It's one of my favorites. It's a really good scrub. But you can't get the generic version. You got to straight up get the old school St. Ives apricot scrub. Blemish and blackhead control. Babs, do you have anything in particular that bothers you about your skin?
I guess, you know, for my age, I'm starting to develop little fine lines and things like that.
What do you use at home?
I usually just use Dove.
Really? Is that an honest answer?
Yeah.
Okay, God, that wasn't scripted. That's scary. No. Okay, #1 rule in facials, don't use Dove. I hate it when dermatologists tell people that. It's very, very upsetting to me. A lot of people want to fix your problems with a pill or something as simple as Dove. But the reason why we don't use soap here, because it's very, very imperative to keep your skin at a healthy pH. That's where all of our problems come into play, is our skin is not moisturized enough or there's too much moisture on it. pH comes into play with that. By using soap, 9 times out of 10, even if it's Dove and made for sensitive skin, you're stripping your skin of all of its surface oils and some of the healthy bacteria and everything else that it needs. By doing that, you're not replacing it. So your skin's going to work double time. It's kind of like bleaching a sink. Yeah, it cleans it, but then the next time you have to clean it, it's even worse because you strip the surface. Any analogy I can use to put emphasis on not using Dove would make me happy. So I'm shocked we haven't converted you over to a Baji yet. If fine lines are an issue, Retin-A and hydroquinone are something every woman can use. I cannot reiterate that enough, no matter what you're doing. And if you really did just want to stick to Dove, and I couldn't push you away from that, if you're at least using Retin-A and hydroquinone, that would solve a lot of your problems.
Okay.
Problem with that is, how much do you tan? Man, okay, even worse.
Gotta stop.
The other thing about skincare is whenever you tan, you're pretty much taking all that money you're spending on it and throwing it in the trash. Trick. Anytime you're worried about anti-aging, moisturizing is the way to go. Make sure to remove that massage cream off your face. I always apply my mask on my wrist. That way it heats it up a little bit, it's not such a shock to you. We can apply it all over.
That feels good.
Good. It's very cooling. Okay, so we've got your mask applied, and now the steam's rolling, which is great. We want it to be on during the mask. And I'm going to use a steam towel also to remove it. Technically, we will let you sit about 10 to 15 minutes with the mask under the steam, and during a good hand massage. Can breathe okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. What that steam is doing is opening up your pores, it's relaxing your muscle tension. It's good stuff. It's a pretty thick mask. So now all that's left to do is to tone and moisturize. Once again, it's a little bit of Dermalogica. It's their active mist. and some Pillagerm Warming Moisturizer. Alrighty, Miss Babs, how do you feel?
Feels wonderful.
So I'm here with Katie, one of our estheticians that all of you have met before. Katie is going to be performing a back wax on a client here, and she'll be doing a full back wax, right? So, Katie, what area does that involve?
It differs for different men. Usually it's going to be the whole area. As you can see, it's mainly going to be the top of his.
Right, but you go all the way from the neck down to the sacrum here.
Yep.
So you're going to remove this hair as well down here. And a little bit on the back of the arms also?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a full back then. If someone just wanted the arms done, you do that as well, right? It's kind of based on surface area, whether they want the whole arm done or that kind of thing.
Yeah, it just depends what they have going on.
Okay. Well, it looks like Mr. Drew here's got a fair amount of hair. How long does it have to be?
About 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch is really good to get it up.
All right. Well, here at Plush, we use a kind of wax that's not really a wax at all. It's a 100% botanical product called New Free. It's wax-free, it's sugar-free, it's antimicrobial, and it's made to stick only to the oils in the hair shaft and not to the skin itself. So it's you're much less likely to have redness and skin irritation afterwards because it's not really sticking to your skin. It's actually a liquid, a thick liquid at room temperature, so we really don't need to make it hot to use it, although it spreads more easily when it is warmed, and of course it probably feels better going on when it's warmed. So we do warm it up for you before we put it on, and as you can see, Katie's applying it there pretty thinly. New Free is actually applied much thinner than wax, and you can apply it in larger areas all at one time, as you can see, whereas with hot wax you wouldn't be able to do that. The wax would harden up on you and wouldn't function nearly so nicely. New Free is a great product. It's been around for a while, but it was first created and used to remove hair from patients during plastic surgery. So she's applying the strip. Here we go, Drew.
Feeling okay?
Mm-hmm.
No screams of terror. You're laughing. All right. Well, I guess that's better than crying.
I'd say.
Have you ever had any other area waxed or just your back?
I've had my chest waxed as well.
So what hurts more, the chest or the back?
The chest hurts way,
Really?
way worse.
Way worse?
Yes.
Okay. So that's why you're here getting your back done today and not your chest?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. It's looking really nice, actually. Your skin gets a little bit red afterwards, but once we're all finished, we'll apply a cream that will cool everything down and fill all those empty hair follicles with an antimicrobial, antibacterial solution that will hopefully keep you from getting any little red bumps at all.
It makes the hair grow back a little slower too,
Exactly.
so they really like it for that reason as well.
It's pretty good stuff. It works very well. We do waxing on all body parts really here.
And you sell the Finapil as well, don't you?
That the product that we'll put on you afterwards, you can buy a tube of it and take it home with you, and if you use it for a few days afterwards, it will very much decrease the likelihood of you getting any of those dreaded red bumps, because really usually those come from irritated, inflamed hair follicles that when empty fill up with bacteria and become angry and red. So they tend to itch quite a bit too. So there are a lot of things you can do to try to avoid getting those. Some people will get them no matter what, although the more often you wax, the less of the red bumps you will get eventually if you're a person that gets them in the first place.
A lot less hair comes back as well.
Yeah, eventually if you keep on waxing, a lot less hair will grow back. You won't need to do it even as often.
I've noticed that.
Oh, have you?
Mm-hmm.
It's not as thick as it used to be?
Exactly.
That's great.
His skin's actually looking really good. I've seen people get a lot redder with other waxes.
Well, New Free's a lot better than hard wax. Certainly you couldn't go back over areas in the way you're doing with a hard wax. New Free's very accommodating in that way. You can really totally get every last bit. So Katie, how much does it cost to get a full back wax?
For the full back, about what he's getting, it would be about $60. And we do have additional charges for like if we do like more arms or anything like that. So it'd be about $60.
All right, so about the same price as getting a Brazilian wax then.
Pretty close.
So the bikini waxes we do here are what, $29?
$29.
And then you know, that was originally planned to be the kind of wax that would typically wax the areas not covered by a bikini. That's how it got the name. But we do also a service called Bikini Plus, which is $39, which involves a little bit more hair removal than just the traditional bikini. And then of course we do the Brazilian here as well. And that's around $69 for a Brazilian wax. So an eyebrow wax then, how much is that?
$15.
That's not very much, but I guess you don't have to use very much wax and it probably takes about 10 minutes. Is that the most popular area to get waxed here, or what do y'all do the most of?
We do a lot of eyebrow and lip actually, so those are pretty popular. They're both $15.
Okay. So legs, you can do legs as well. You have to wait for the hair to grow out a little bit, I would guess, but you don't want to have to be, you know, have a full lawn of hair on your legs before you have to get it, before you can get it waxed. I mean, really, how much does that have to grow out? Do you have to?
Is
stubble enough?
Stubble's not enough. It does have to be at least 1/4 of an inch. Sometimes a little longer, just depending on how thick the hair is. It's actually a little harder to wax the legs, so they have to let it grow out a little bit.
And it's kind of a round object too. You're waxing all the way around 360 degrees. So for full legs then, it should probably take quite a while. How much does that cost?
Full legs start at $100, and that includes thighs and everything all the way down.
All right. So Drew's all done here. Katie's going to apply the Finapil cream. That's going to get into those hair follicles and keep it nice and clean for you. But it's important over the next 1 to 2 days that you keep any waxed area dry and keep it away from moisture. So don't go jump in a pool or for heaven's sakes, not the ocean. And buy some of this cream, apply it for at least a couple of days, and you will be thankful because you won't have nearly as many little red bumps. And actually your skin looks very good right now. Just a little bit of redness, a little bit of faint red bumps there, but certainly not like the big red angry ones that you can get if you would sweat a lot and not keep the area very, very clean. Those little hair follicles are very vulnerable now, so keep them clean and you will be happy you did. We'll see you back in about a month. Yay!
Yay.
Does that feel good, or do you need some more?
Feels wonderful, thank you.
It's very cooling too.
It is very cooling.
It cools you quite a bit after that very hot sort of feeling. It also cools the temperature of the hair follicle. So Babs, how'd you like the facial?
I loved it. Thank you so much. I mean, I got the Plush treatment tonight. That was wonderful.
Rachel does a great job. And we want to thank Christopher and Drew for being our waxing victims, as well as Barbara.
Yes.
And we'll be back again next week.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been Plush Tonight with Dr. Amanda Bell. Thanks for watching.